539. Radio check, please. Thank you very much. We're headed down to Broxton Bridge for the Breakfast Club this morning. Paramount Highliner, 10 miles to the northeast. Going to be setting up for the 45 downwind for runway 1, Broxton Bridge. We are for flight 539 off your left side, just a little bit ahead of you, descending through 2,400 feet. I got you. Broxton Bridge, Highlander, following the other landing traffic, entering the left downwind for runway 1, Broxton Bridge. And Broxton Bridge traffic RANS 539 is turning short left base to final, runway 1 at Broxton Bridge.
Invisible line between one and no one, reflections of a forgotten time. Maybe I lost it, intangible mind, a spiral of colors from postcards that I don't recognize. Maybe I lost it into the unknown, the echoes of yesterday, so hard to let go. We're moving forward under a thundering sky. Dreams can intertwine. hard to let go. But I start to take to move forward. Hard to let go. But I start to take to move forward. Hard to let go, but I start to take to move forward. Memories glow in the fading light. Memories glow in the fading light. In the fading light. Memories glow in the fading light. In the fading light.
Here, Miss Joetta and the ladies, can you get the ladies in the back come out? Those ladies always cook the best breakfast. Joetta, can you get them to come out so we can thank them, please, ma'am? As y'all would get, do we have anybody? I know one person's never been here before. Have y'all been here before? You haven't been here before? Well, you're now lifetime members. We'll get to that. Yeah, I saw that. Every one of our breakfast clubs has a unique venue, and this is one of the more unique venues. This is, I think, a 1920s era town hall. There you are. Where's your helper?
Thank y'all.
This lady did your breakfast this morning. This is always one of my favorite breakfasts. Y'all do such a good job. Thank you so much.
I'm glad y'all love it.
This is probably one of the more remote venues we have, and as you guessed, it's not just for the Breakfast Club. You heard the shotguns in the background. I think they're doing skeet shooting out there. They have hunts out here. We've got skeet and trap shooting. They've got bunkhouses if you want to come here to spend the weekend. They've got RV sites. So it is an amazing little venue, and it's been here. Joanna, how long has this place been here? About 40 or 50 years?
It's been here a long time.
Long time.
But they opened it up for events 35 years ago.
35 years ago. Well, this is one of the more unique venues that we ever have the Breakfast Club at. It's also one of the hardest to find, as the people who have been here the first time today can testify. Valerie and I always have to look for it every time, because we don't come here once a year, and I need to change that. But it's not a hard place to land in if you know what's going on, and we found out that our deficiency at the website, we're going to put some more hints in and suggestions on how to approach and how to land. Had a gentleman last year that came in the wrong way and did not get stopped and wound up turning his 182 into an amphibian at the end of the runway. Had another gentleman, Chris, came in over the trees, but he had a Wren converted 182, got it stopped. It was touch and go for a second, wasn't it?
Needed the deceleration.
Yeah. And grass helps decelerate.
That's right.
But this is one of our, I think, 3 grass strips in our schedule. Palmetto Air is in a month, That's up just north of Manning on the north side about I-95. Another short ride for you. And then Triple Tree up near Lawrence. Triple Tree's, y'all, everybody, I know you haven't been in there yet, have you? But Triple Tree, most everybody's been into Triple Tree. And, you know, David could probably do 7 or 8 touch and goes in one pass at Triple Tree. Triple Tree's 7,000 feet long and 400 feet wide. You could probably do one touch and go going Crossway. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for having us. Ms. Joanna's always here. Jerry's usually here when he doesn't have so much going on. And for the ones who are here for the first time, you're now lifetime members. This organization started back in 1938 out of Orangeburg, South Carolina. Thomas Summers, who was a local businessman, started it in an air coupe. Not air, but air coupe. He was looking for a reason to spend some time with his daughter before church every morning, which is why we have it on Sunday. And he would pick a place, he and Sylvia would go off and have breakfast and then come back, and shortly after they started doing that, some of his local flying friends found out what he was doing, and they'd call him up on Saturday night, find out where he was going, and they'd meet him there. And that's basically how the Breakfast Club started. And back in that point in time, there was a little bit more leeway as to where you could go, and there was Lamar back in the 50s, I think it was.
53.
53? The town of Lamar wanted to have the Breakfast Club, but they didn't have an airport. So they had the police block off Railroad Avenue downtown. And airplanes landed downtown and turned off onto Main Street and parked up down Main Street and went into the restaurant on Main Street to have breakfast. And we've got pictures of that on the website. One of my favorite pictures out of that is a V-tail Bonanza on Main Street getting gas at the local gas station. They also, in Beaufort County, had breakfast on Hunting Island Beach. They had about 25 airplanes on the beach down at Hunting Island, and Beaufort County sponsored it. And they brought trailers out with chairs, tables, and food, and had Breakfast Club on the beach. So, not quite so liberal nowadays. We kind of have to find airports, but we do make exceptions and land on grass occasionally. But they've been going on more or less every other week since then, except for a brief period in World War II during gas rationing. And as our past president was fond of saying, they figured out not long after they went into gas rationing that they could burn car gas in their airplanes. So they started putting car gas in the airplanes. That was back when you could still get 80 octane. And kept right on going. The last time that we've had to slow down our progress and our schedule was during COVID. But we're pretty much back up to 100% attendance and activity in the Breakfast Club now. So thank you guys for the first time attendees for coming to the Breakfast Club. Let's give them a hand. not everybody made the best landings when they came to the Breakfast Club, so he started a tradition called the bouncing ball. And it was awarded to the person who came to the Breakfast Club who made the worst landing. They'd have to sign the ball, take it with them, and bring it back to the next Breakfast Club. But between 1938 and 1946, they lost so many balls because the pilots who had to sign them would never come back, that the president kept them. And our last president, Gerald Ballard, wrecked 4 airplanes with the ball in it. He turned Barron over off the end of the runway on one of them, and the original ball that he had for 30 plus years is in the front counter at Orangeburg Airport with what was left of the bowling bag that he used to carry the ball in. And so what we started out, continued that tradition. Later we got to the point where most people were making such good landings, we started targeting the tail wheel guys. And the tail wheel guys started making such good landings, we broadened the scope to try to use it as a way to honor some of our young pilots who were achieving goals, certificates, and ratings, or pilots that were flying unusual airplanes, antique airplanes. We flew our Saberliner to one of our breakfast clubs and our MU2 one. We've had Bobajet, we've had beach stagger wings and Stearmans. We were on a biplane kick for a while. We had 3 or 4 biplanes in one of our breakfast clubs. But today, and as Gerald was fond of saying, it's all done in fun. But as Chris reminded me, you need to warn us when you're coming in to to Broxton Bridge. There is a preferred way to get in and out. You are the only the second person who has successfully landed over the trees. One of the ladies that volunteers for Triple Tree came in her Cessna her Cherokee 180 one year, and a beautiful landing. Chris came in and made a good landing, got it stopped, but he made 4 or 5 touch and goes on the way. He's current here now. So I think I'm going to get him to sign the ball as an honorarium. And he'll be back. And for those of you who are interested in how Cessnas can be modified, Chris has a Wren modified, W-R-E-N modified 182. It has canards on the front. First number's a 0. Second number's a 2. Third number's a 2. It was funny, if you ever saw Gerald do this, he could draw this out for like 15, 20 minutes. Sit there going,
Talk about the outhouses.
or got that LASIK. Fourth number's a 5. Fifth number's a 1. Last number's a 6. Who's got 5, 6, 6?
Lady with
See, I told you about Gerald used to say it didn't matter who won, the lady was going to get the money. Very wise man. All right, that brings us to a close today. Thank you so much for coming. And thanks to Jerry and his folks for putting us up.
Broxton Bridge traffic, for flight 539, taking runway 19 for departure. Thank you guys for having us for the Breakfast Club this morning. It was a pleasure.